What I would like is a public apology, an acknowledgement that the message was sexist and inappropriate to send on a professional networking site.
And if he gave you that apology, which I think you think is different to the apology he did give you, because he did send you an apology, if he gave you that apology, you would consider the matter closed, so to speak?
I would certainly consider the matter, yes.
Do you think, we're obviously in the midst of quite a lot of cultural change and recalibrating, if you like, some of the rules of the game between men and women in the workplace. Do you think any allowance needs to be made for the generational differences between him and between you, for example?
No, I don't think that generational differences need to be taken account of. If anything, I think that those from an older generation should be more respectful of people coming into the workplace, particularly those who are younger and who are looking for leaders, people who can show them the way and set a good example, and that includes ensuring gender equality between men and women and ensuring that both are respected equally for the professional skills that they possess, rather than focusing on their physical appearance.
Did you go ahead and report him to the professional body? Because some would say that was disproportionate for what he'd done.
At this stage, I have made a complaint to the law firm and I am waiting for a response.
But what do you want them to do, realistically? They're not going to sack him for that, are they?
As I've said to you, I am seeking a public apology. I have never said that I'm seeking for this man to be sacked.
I mean, it's interesting, Rachel Johnson, and I'm quoting a female writer here, she wrote, and she wasn't on your side in this argument, she wrote that the picture itself was pouty. And I wonder, I think she was implying that perhaps the picture sent mixed messages. Now, what do you think about that reaction to the argument, the discussion here?
No woman should apologise for the face of which they were born with, nor should they apologise for the clothing that they're wearing, if they decide to wear makeup or if they decide to wear earrings. I am on a professional networking site, as are many other women, and I'm seeking to be taken seriously for the skills that I possess as a barrister. I am not there to be objectified or demeaned or trivialised in any way.
Is it ever appropriate for a man to compliment a woman in a professional environment, to say, lovely shoes, I like your hair, you're looking great today? I mean, is that something that simply now men should never think they should be able to do? I'm sure you think women should be able to say nice things to women and men maybe nice things to men and maybe women to men, but should men never ever do that to women?
Look, in the workplace, on the whole, it is women who receive the majority of so-called compliments, banter and sexist jokes. And I do not wish to trivialise these types of comments, because what they seek to do is objectify women and see women through their body appearance as opposed to the skills and experience of which they possess.
But there are women, aren't there, Charlotte, who do take a different view, who actually like receiving compliments, and that obviously makes it more complicated, no, than you're implying?
When it comes to the private space, if one wishes to give compliments or even receive compliments, then that is a matter between friends or family. But in this particular case, which I have been caught up in a controversy about, this involves a compliment that was given to me by somebody that I don't know in a professional space on LinkedIn, by somebody who also is in a senior position of power. We know about the power dynamics between barristers and solicitors. I'm a barrister and I rely on work from solicitors in order to progress my professional career.
Do you feel glad that this case has drawn such attention to the issue of sexism at work, and in particular, incidentally, to the use of these professional networking sites for purposes for which they really weren't intended at all?
I'm certainly pleased that this issue has been brought to the attention of people across the world, and that there is now a debate about workplace sexism, so-called casual sexism, and how people should call out sexism within the workplace. And indeed, what I'm really encouraged by, and has been incredibly heartfelt, is the messages that I've received from men who have supported me in calling out this sexism. One man, he contacted me and he said thank you on behalf of my daughters. Another man said to me, forgive me, another man said to me that he would be proud if his daughters turned out like me and that I was a role model to his daughters.
You've had to face the most immense barrage of abuse and more, haven't you, on social media and elsewhere?
To be quite frank, I'm astounded that one tweet could cause this amount of vitriol and character assassination by the right-wing media. To be called a feminazi, a man-hater, when I've never uttered one word of hatred towards men. And to think about the verbal abuse, the misogynistic abuse and the death threats that I've received from so-called trolls, not only to my Twitter account, but to my email account.
Charlotte Proudman, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Carter Silk, who sent the initial message, says that his comments were misconstrued and he claims he was commenting on the professional quality of the photograph. His firm also apologised for the offence caused.